This is the first Irish song I ever wrote. It's called That Bonnie Green Isle. There are no snakes where I come from, just like in the heavens above. And the people are generous to a fault, their hearts beat so full of love. It's not a pot of gold that sits at the rainbow's end. No, it's my home, that bonny green isle, the fair country of Ireland. Maybe you've traveled all over this world, and maybe you've seen quite a bit. But if then you'd be missing Ireland, you'd be missing the best part of it. Oh, it's not a pot of gold that sits at the rainbow's end. No, it's my home, that bonny green isle, the fair country of Ireland. Tell you a secret, my friend, if you'll shake my hand and you'll give me a smile. All of the treasures you seek from this world can be found upon the shores of that isle. Well, it's not a pot of gold that sits at the rainbow's end. No, it's my home, that bonny green isle, the fair country of Ireland, fair country of Ireland. The fair country of Ireland. Hi, my name is Aamir Malik. I call my musical act Paktuckia because I am Paktuckian. My father's from Pakistan and my mother's from Kentucky. I've been in many facets of the music business for most of my life, but I didn't start performing my own originals until 2010. And since then, I can't stop. I got attracted to Irish music thanks to a friend of mine who's an ethnomusicologist. I love the stories, I love the characters, I love stepping into someone else's shoes, and I love the fact that so many of the Irish tunes predate the American country and blues songs and songs that I've come to love, at least the Kentucky half of myself growing up. The thing I enjoy most about playing Irish music is the energy and the beauty, because my favorite songs are actually the slow, sad songs. I think there's something unique about the Irish condition, and I even wrote a song called The Irish Heart. There's something I relate to there, not just the drunkenness, which is a stereotype, let's face it, but I think there's a real beauty that exists in their culture and a real strength that a lot of the world could learn from, a humble strength, something that's not always common amongst cultures who exert their strength. This is an ocean-faring tune. When I imagine sailing across the ocean during the Irish famine or any time in the past, I get a bit scared thinking about it. So this is a song that's supposed to, the sound of the guitar and the rhythm is supposed to emulate in some way the waves of the ocean. It's called Take Heed. Across the ocean, they say. my inspiration stem from is a great question, because inspiration for me is often quite simultaneous. One of my favorite Irish songs I wrote after grabbing a book that my daughter had given me from Cork, one of the southernmost cities in Ireland. And I put the book back and started writing a song called In Cork Harbor. So the inspirations can come from anywhere. Depends on the subject. I have a song called On St. Patrick's Day. That one was inspired by a story I heard about an Arab saint who was a robber, but he was forgiven by God for his 1 month of piety and his 1 month every year that he worshiped sincerely. So I wrote a song about an Irish drunk who hopefully is forgiven, because every St. Patrick's Day he won't touch a bottle and he won't take a drink. I ended up here in Cochise County the way a lot of people do. My mother retired down here, and I came down to be close to her. So, yeah, so far so good. My experience with the Cochise County music scene is not very much, because I was very spoiled in my life. I lived in Seattle for very many years, and then I lived in a town called Chico, California, where music is happening nonstop every day. So when I came down here, I was sad to find that I couldn't find people who did music. Fortunately, I finally met Billy, who owns the flower shop in town here, and he got me going on a St. Patrick's Day jam session, and that's been mostly my experience. I did busk over in Bisbee one St. Patrick's Day, and ended up at the Copper Queen for about 3 hours playing music inside, because it was the beginning of the coronavirus and nobody had been hired to play there. But this is really the beginning of my experience here in Sierra Vista and Cochise County, and I hope it continues. I'm excited to be playing at Tell Mama Saturday night, and also at Landmark for brunch on Sunday, and I can only hope for the best in the future. Wow, you could have thrown that one at me so I had time to think about it. If I could collaborate with an artist living or dead. Well, I've always wanted to have Richard Thompson play guitar on one of my songs. He was one of the founding members of Fairport Convention, and as far as a guitar style, definitely my favorite. But is Louis Armstrong an option? I'm sure he could make his trumpet sound great on an Irish tune. I know he played with Johnny Cash once, so that's all I can think of off the top of my head. This is an ancient song that I wrote. It's about an Irish tax collector who was not very popular with the locals. So one day he had the luck of running into a leprechaun in the forest, and the leprechaun needed some help, and because of the man's help, he got one wish. And his wish to be the King of Ireland. But like most precautionary wishing stories, it didn't turn out the way he thought it was going to turn out. The leprechaun said, "Put on my shoes and you'll be the King of Ireland." So the man put on the leprechaun's shoes and then discovered he had nothing, that the country belonged to the people, and his job was to serve the people. And so he wandered from town to town, and this is his story. When I arrive in Shannon, I will open up my eyes, and if I see a pretty girl, it'll come as no surprise. I'll shear all the sheep and I'll sweep all the streets, and then give a big smile to the strangers I meet. When I'm done, they'll hand me a crown and call me the king of town, 'cause I'm the king of Shannon, won't you have a drink with me? Yeah, I'm the king of Shannon, won't you buy a drink from me? It used to be when I got to a town, the people there would put me down, so now they call me king of the town, so have a drink with me. When I arrive in Galway, I will walk down by the bay, and if I see a pretty girl, I'll say, let's find some hay. I'll shoot the stray dogs and I'll butcher the hogs, and then make sure that every fire is logged. When I'm done, they'll hand me a crown and call me the king of town, 'cause I'm the king of Galway, won't you have a drink with me? Yeah, I'm the king of Galway, won't you have a drink with me? It used to be when I got to a town, the people there would put me down, the town, so have a drink with me. I arrive in Dublin, I will have a look around, and if I see a pretty girl, I'll make sure she's safe and sound. I'll banish the blues and I'll spread the good news, and then dance around town in me leprechaun shoes. When I'm done, they'll hand me a crown and call me the king of town, 'cause I'm the king of Dublin, won't you have a drink with me? Yeah, I'm the king of Dublin, won't you have a drink with me? It used to be when I got to a town, the people there would put me down. Now they call me king of the town, so have a drink with me, 'cause I'm the king of Ireland, won't you have a drink with me?